Working with Naturalis is a really wonderful experience. We've had just a great working relationship. The people there are very interested in the science, and they want to do everything to promote the science as well as to preserve those scientific bits that we are finding with the dinosaurs. So they're just a dream to work with. This, it turns out, is going to be one of the most important T-Rexes that's ever been collected. It's the third most complete that will be in a permanent museum, and it has some really interesting features. It's got lots and lots of pathologies or evidence of healed injury or disease. And these tell us a lot about the living animals, because you can actually see a moment in time when something happened to this animal, and it gives us really a view of a living organism, much more than just this dead pile of bones. It has some of the most pristine bones, pristine preservation of bones of any T-Rex that we've ever worked on. And when you look at the interior of that skull, you can see things that we've never seen before in any other T-Rex. So that's pretty remarkable. And even though there is, has been weathering that has sort of modified the skull a little bit. There have been pieces lost, just washed down the gully that we were not able to retrieve. But most of that skull, 99% of basically of the upper jaws were preserved in a way that preserves healed injuries and again, little features that we've never seen before in a T-Rex skull. There are some very, very thin bones that are between the eyes. I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about that because that's going to be the subject of a paper. We found some things in following along the canals where the various nerves come through. We found some very, very interesting things that, again, another paper will be done about this. It's about how the brain functions and how and all of the senses, and so we can learn a lot more about T-Rex, including those huge olfactory lobes of the brain that we haven't seen in quite this detail before. So it is really adding to our understanding of what this living animal was like and about its anatomy. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for people in Europe to be able to see an original T-Rex skeleton, because this skeleton is going to leave the United States and go to Europe. It'll be in Leiden, Holland, at the museum at Naturalis. And it will give an opportunity that many children would not normally have of being able to look at an original T-Rex skeleton. And so I feel very, very happy to be part of the team that is making this happen. And it's a wonderful thing. This skeleton is going to have be the only T-Rex skeleton where the original skull is actually mounted on the skeleton. And as you're noticing, I'm right at the base of the neck here. So this is where that skull hooks onto the skeleton, so that the eye of T-Rex is going to be right here, right at my eye level. And to look at T-Rex in the eye, at the original bones, and inside that is where the brain of T-Rex was, and you're able to kind of basically look at T-Rex in the eye, look into the window of its soul. It's going to give an experience that people just don't get. So this is very, very special.